welcome to The Last Scout Show. I'm your host, The Last Scout. The Last Scout Show is an Okie LSR radio production, coming at you from the Okie Frontier Studios on the Missouri-Kansas border. And how are you doing, America? Hope all is going well. Big JFK drops today. We'll wait and see if there's a false flag in the next couple of days to divert attention from that, like the last one was with the Las Vegas shooting. Anyway, something to keep your mind on, something to think about. So, here we are. Yesterday, Macron met with the French president, met with President Donald Trump, or the day before yesterday, I'm sorry about that, and then had a state dinner. You got to admit, Macron standing next to Trump was quite interesting, and when he flashed the devil horns, well, I guess he just sent word out to America to let him know where he is fully exposed now for who he is. So what shall we talk about today? Well, it's just really simple. We are going to jump into what the French president, whatever the hell they are over there, had to say before Congress. Quite interesting, I do believe. And this is going to come... there were a lot of articles on it, but I decided to do the one from Reuters because I doubt that I'm going to get through the whole thing. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. So anyway, friends or not, Francis Macron challenges Trump in Congress speech. A day after flaunting his friendship with Donald Trump, French President Emmanuel Macron forcefully challenged many of the U.S. president's policies on Wednesday, urging the United States to engage more with the world, step up the fight against climate change, and stay in the Iran nuclear pact for now. Capping a three-day visit, Macron repeatedly criticized the president's isolationist principles in a speech to a joint meeting of Congress, an honor given to a small number of visiting foreign leaders. Macron said U.S. involvement in the global community was violent, and Trump's opposition to the Paris Climate Accord and international trade agreements was short-sighted. The French president even took a dig at Trump's famous 2016 campaign slogan, calling for the United States to help make our planet great again. Okay, I want to stop right there on it. So, let's get this straight. President Macron of France. So, you don't like Trump's isolationist attitude. Well, let's see. The United States is... Let's just look at French history for a minute. Okay. Yeah, you did help us with the Revolutionary War. Supported us against the British. Got that. Okay, well, I think we've more than paid off for that one. Let's see, World War I. Okay, we got you out of that war. World War II. Yeah, that was the time that Germany moved into France and took it over like a chicken taking over chicken feed. It was easy for them to do. France buckled. Charles de Gaulle had to go into exile. But we ended up bailing you out of World War II against the Nazis now, didn't we, France? And let's see, can I think of anything else? Oh, yeah, that big war in Vietnam comes to mind. Let's see, Michelin rubber tire plantations and all that you were trying to protect, but you ended up getting your ass kicked by the Vietnamese. And we had to come in there on that one, and when we did, you bailed out. But yet you want to go along with the idea that we're some kind of isolationists, that we're not involved in world affairs. Well, we definitely have been involved in your escapades, especially when it comes to war. And we bailed you out 3 times. 3 times. Well, I got news for you. 3 strikes, you're out. Yeah, Macron, that's baseball lingo, a game you don't have over in France. And I don't mean to offend anybody that's a citizen of France. But the bottom line is for him to get up there and demean our president in front of Congress, saying that he's an isolationist, saying that we need to be involved in more. Oh, because we don't buy the climate change theory? Oh, well, excuse me, we're not that stupid, and we know what the research really shows. Instead of these government-bought-off scientists that were under grants from the United States government manipulating the data to make it look like climate change. And as far as trade agreements go, we want trade agreements. Sorry, we're not rollovers. This is the Trump administration. We're not Obama rollovers here. We're not going to bend over for the international community to take the taxes right up the kazoo. No, we're not doing that. So, I don't know what your beef is, Macron. I mean, yeah, I guess some people could say you got molested by your wife, but that was your teacher, wasn't it? So you want to come over here to America, get up in front of our Congress and act holier than thou? It doesn't work that way. And we've seen you, pictures of you, absolutely sitting on the floor at Merkel's feet, the Chancellor of Germany. But yet we are supposed, you know what? We are one of the youngest thriving nations. We're a lot younger than Britain. We're a lot younger than France. We're a lot younger than Russia. We're a lot younger than a lot of places. But yet, you want to jump on us for being isolationists when you will be the first ones to step up and criticize anything that we do, any move that we make towards the world. Our involvement in the world, for some reason, the youngest nation gets rebuked by all of you in the EU. Yeah, you in the EU. Thank God we do not have a North American Union. I would not want a North American Union. I want to be the United States of America till the day I die, which could come soon. Heck, you never know. But the bottom line is we're in fighting. But France, you've just been over for the EU. You are just such a oh gosh, what is a good way to put it? Let's just say France wants to do what is not best for France, but what is best for the globalists, what is best for the bankers, what is best for the New World Order. That is the France that is leading the way. And then I grew up and became an adult when the Paris peace talks were going on. You guys, I mean, you acted like, the Paris peace talks were such a big deal when you're the ones that got all this crap started in the first place. France, at the Treaty of Versailles, when Ho Chi Minh was trying to get recognition from Vietnam, aside from France, France crushed that. So France created the entire Vietnam War. And if you don't believe me, go back and take a really hard look into history. But then you want to come over here, demean our president, when you've got this vast captive audience. You disgust me, Macron. You really disgust me, and you're not doing the French people any good. And yet your country is just rolling over in terrorism because of the migration. And now the EU wants to form its own army to react to things. Well, what about you and your French Foreign Legion, Macron? Yeah, you guys go out and start crap everywhere. We don't be jumping on your Foreign Legion. We've kind of had a respect because we're a warrior class over here in the United States of America, so we've had a respect for the French Foreign Legion. Except we did kind of make fun of them in Laurel and Hardy's Bo Hunks movie back in 1931 or 1937, I believe. So, Macron, you know what? Just get the hell back to France. I don't know who you're going to visit here in America, but I do sure hope they follow you and make sure we know everybody you came in contact with, because you're a globalist. You're a New World Order person, and you roll like a puppy dog for Merkel and the rest of the EU. Well, this is America, and we don't play that game. You know, that's why Hillary Clinton lost, because we did not want to be globalist. And we stood up and let it be known that we did not want to be globalist. So Macron, let me read a little bit more on this. Oh, man. As you can tell, it's got my dander really up. But before Congress, back to the article, Macron suggested he wanted more than just good optics. Without mentioning Trump by name, he challenged the Republican president's protectionist and nationalist impulses and said modern economic and security challenges must be a shared global responsibility that is based on a new breed of multilateralism. That's just a fine word for New World Order. You know, it's one of them high dollar words, as we say down here. The United States, back to the article, is the one who invented this multilateralism. You are the one now who has to preserve it and reinvent it. No, what we did, Macron, is we offered people real freedom, real rights, to freedom of speech, to the press, to own guns, to have the right of illegal search and seizures. You're an idiot. You're just an idiot. That's all I can say about it. On the Iran deal, Macron said an international nuclear deal with Iran, which Trump has harshly criticized, was not perfect but must remain in place until a replacement is forged. Oh, so the cash that Obama delivered on pallets, all wrapped up nice and neat for Iran and Hezbollah and the entire dysfunctional government over there, dysfunctional country that's being so oppressed. You get where I'm going. He says it is true to say that the agreement may not address all concerns and very important concerns, but we should not abandon it without having something more substantial instead. That's my position. Trump has often vowed to pull the United States out of the 2015 nuclear pact between Iran and 6 major powers. He will decide by May 12th whether to restore U.S. economic sanctions on Tehran, which could be a first step to ending the deal. Macron, a centrist, also said he was confident the United States would eventually come back into the Paris Climate Accord aimed at combating global warming. Well, I doubt that we will, because there is no such thing as global warming, Macron. And you're not a centrist. You're not a centrist at all. You are a far-left New World Order that's got himself all prettied up in his nice little suit, talking them fancy French words, blah, blah, blah. Please, we know you for who you are, and when you gave the devil horns, standing there with Trump, you exposed yourself. He says, let us work together in order to make our planet great again. We are killing our planet. Let us face it. There is no planet B. Well, you know what? I've seen Paris. I've seen what Paris has turned into in the last 30 years. Jesus, Paris has just become a garbage dump. I'm sorry, but it has. We've seen the videos. It's all over the YouTube channel. You just got to look for it. So don't sit there and blow smoke up our ass, Macron, because we're not stupid. I know we're the youngest country in the world, but that doesn't mean we're stupid. That does not mean that we are unaware. Trump had tweeted earlier on Wednesday that he was looking forward to watching President Macron of France address a joint session of Congress today. This is a great honor and seldom allowed to be done. He will be great. And yes, President Trump was right. He will be great because he was great at showing us just how self-righteous he is. How, oh, we're France. You must do as we say, because we are France. We are a world leader. No, you're not. You're turning into a garbage dump, France, and the French people need to wake up to it. You're totally overrun by immigrants. You're totally, you're just going down the tubes. So Trump was right in his tweet. You've made yourself great. There was no immediate reaction from the White House afterward to Macron's speech. So, anyway, I'm telling you, well, Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, is supposed to be in the United States tomorrow. Oh, this ought to be a good one, too. Oh, geez. You know, all these globalists, the European Union, it's insane. It really is insane. And the people think they're free. No, they're not free. We are free. We are freer than most people in the world. You look at the United Kingdom. United Kingdom's not free anymore. Man, so much going on. Anyway, that's enough on Macron. And I will be back with just a quick message for Great Britain right after this.
Now, a new PF Flyer adventure starring Johnny Quest. Something was wrong on the volcano. Race was flashing a message. In danger. Bring rope. Johnny flashed back his answer with his PF magic ring. Coming. He ran like the wind. Lucky he was wearing his PF Flyers, the action shoes. Only PFs have the action wedge built right in. So you run your fastest and jump your highest. There was Race. In seconds, the red-hot lava would reach him. But the action shoes got Johnny there first. Race was saved thanks to Johnny Quest and his action shoes, PF Flyers.
Say, boys and girls, want a PF magic ring like mine? It has a magnifying glass, a secret compartment, a message flasher, and a secret code circle. You get one free at the store with PF Flyers. So get the shoes with the PF patch and get your PF magic ring free.
And the last Scout Show is back. Had to take a second and catch my breath. Pull my mind back together before I went insane. Because France is like a trigger word for me, especially with Macron in charge. Anyway, just want to wrap up real quick with Great Britain. And it's sad that their healthcare system is controlled by the government. And I'm talking about the thing with baby Alfie, nearly 2-year-old, that is terminally ill. And his parents are trying to get him to, well, first thing that happened is they didn't want to pull him off life support. The parents didn't, but the health services division or department or whatever they call it in the United Kingdom wanted to pull the machine off of him, the life support off of him. And he's been in a coma for over a year and needs a ventilator to keep him alive. But no, just like Obama's death panels, that Sarah Palin warned us about, this is what the UK is doing. They are making a decision from their health department to terminate this child's life. And the parents don't want it. So, you fast forward, it goes up to court, to the court system, and the courts say that, they should pull the ventilation, they should shut him off, they should kill the child. So then you go to, I'm going to get into the quality of life issue. That's not what this is about, okay? This is about government control over a person's individual health, over a decision that should be made by the parents on whether life support should be turned off, okay? So let's just get that straight real quick. In the meantime, the Italian government offers to, they did. They made, little Alfie a citizen of Italy. And they want the child brought to Italy for further treatment. But the government of the UK will not allow the child to leave England to go to Italy for further treatment. Now, we all know the bottom line is the real reason that the UK government wants to shut off that ventilator is because they don't want to spend any money on this child. That's the bottom line. But yet Italy's willing to pick up the ticket on it. So why not let it happen? I'll tell you why they won't let it happen. Because the UK is sinking so fast and so deep. It's not the United Kingdom anymore. It's just a hodgepodge of a freak show of government proportions that we never thought could happen in Great Britain. So it's not about the child's life. It's not about the parents having the right to make a decision on the child's welfare. It's about money, and it's about saving money for the healthcare system in England. It's pathetic. It's just really pathetic. Anyway, England, United Kingdom, Great Britain, whatever you want to call yourselves, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, England, boy, you got to do something about your government. You have got to make a change, and you better make it quick, because to be honest with you, I'm afraid that you're lost. And I'm afraid that you are lost for all time and will never be able to come back and be the Great Britain that we've known. This has been The Last Scout Show, an Okie Joe LSR radio production. I do appreciate you listening. You can catch me over at the Patriot Soapbox, We the People Patriot Soapbox, 24/7 live stream on YouTube. I'll either be on air or you'll find me as a moderator in the chat room. And I just want to take a quick second to thank a couple of people. I want to thank Toonsis McIntosh for the support. I want to thank 12 Bravo Engineer, for his support of LSR Radio and The Last Scout Show. And I want to thank Nico, and I want to thank everybody that has come in. I am like 14 away, I think, last count, 14 away from reaching 500 subscriptions. And boy, believe me, that's like 1 million people to me, because I come to you from rural small-town America on the Missouri-Kansas border. This is The Last Scout Show. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you next time. Take care, and God bless.